Hey, Wizards, guess what? It is Kieran Ashhammer. I'm here for another exciting episode of the Wizard101 Dual School Fire and Storm walkthrough. I hope everybody's doing great. I am doing most excellent. And right now, we need to go talk to King Nezca because we just went ahead and kicked a shadow, Queen Morganth minion out of the way. And we need to talk to King Nezca because we got to help them. We knocked out that Farwalker guy that we've been tracking since he took off after he tried to tear down the Thunder Lizard places and stuff.
You did what to the Shadow's tongue? Hoo-yah! Hoo-hoo-yah! You bring words sweet as honey.
I'm glad he's happy.
What I would give to have seen that. Outsider magician, I have another name for you. You are the azure shining one of song, who is destined to fight the Shadow. You must never waver in this age-old battle, even when all seems bleak and forlorn. Go and find the Flower of Beauty, my granddaughter Zenzen, and
King Nezca! And the young wizard, of course. Who else would be sending tremors through my web? Poor loyal Yakate did not enjoy meeting you. But now it's time to let the grown-ups talk. Nezca, I need your royal blood to find the pyramid of Mother Moon. Help me and I won't shred Alto into a million splinters.
You are the heart of darkness. Your eyes are black holes radiating pain. Your words are chittering insect sounds. You are no friend of mine.
He is quite the poet, isn't he?
Your friend? What is this nonsense? I don't want to be your friend. I want you to grovel and beg to serve me. Give me the secret, Greyfeather, or I'll ruin you and your whole family line.
Wow, that's not pleasant.
Azure Shining One, find Zenzen and keep her safe. Ask Onyx Rainsun to show you the head of the sun. It can illuminate your way. Shadow Queen, daughter of spiders, mother of lies, your time is done. Ahoya! Ahoya! The Feather Palace shall be our tomb.
Oh, that's right. Woo! Nezca sacrificed himself to stop the Shadow Queen. Wow, I forgot. That was a pretty intense moment. Talking about a tough old bird there. Wow. Okay, well, we need to go ahead and talk to Onyx Rainsun and see what the deal is. I'm pretty sure that does not stop Morganth. If it did, I think we'd have a pretty short world here if that did. So, wow. Okay. Hey guys, if you have just tuned in, or if this is the first time you've been watching this is a dual school run through of the Fire and Storm schools, and our whole idea is to play through the whole quest line as a dual school wizard as best as we can, getting the gear that's best made for that, and been having a great fun time doing it. Onyx.
By Mother Moon and all the stars in the spiral. King Nezca commanded you to find Lady Zenzen by using the head of the sun? Odd, but I'm sure he knew what he was saying. The head of the sun is a giant Aztecosaur statue. Well, a stone head. It sits in Cloudburst Forest and talks.
Well, there we go. Been there before. By the way, oh, you know what? I need to get my new I need to get a new deck. Deck of the Phoenix. Codex of the Lost Fire, which is 64, sideboard 32, sideboard. Okay, so let me just make sure that my deck is right. Is my deck right? Oh yeah, I did some adjustments to my deck. I bought some new blades and stuff and everything to help us out in the fight. And I'm not super good with side decks, so if you are a master side deck maker, let me know down in the comments. What are some ideas with my side deck? Should I go thinner with my side deck and be really customized depending on the fight I go in? Or should I have something really broad like I just showed you? Okay, here's the head of the sun. This is like a really cool part of the game. Let's talk.
Dawn and darkness. What kind of creature are you? My beautiful horns have been stolen. If I am the head of the sun, they are like my rays.
Don't let him tweak your nose. He's been complaining and moaning ever since his horns were plundered.
Ignore him. I cannot tell direction without them. If you can get my jade horns back from the Shadow Weaver prowlers, I'll help you.
Sounds like a plan. Shadow Weaver no, those are Tehuano spirits. We have to like go over a little way. So let's head over there and take some of those down. Now, by the way, guys, I do want to say big thanks to everybody who's hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Thank you so much. Those are a couple things that really help out the channel a lot, especially a small creator like me. So if you've done it, you are awesome. If you haven't done, consider doing that. Smash that like button, as some people say. Hit that like. And once again, thank you if you have done that. I so very much appreciate it. Okay. Oh, and, consider leaving me a comment. Let me know. What do you think? Like earlier I said, I might need some help on making sure my side deck, because I went to a bigger deck. That way I could have some more spells in my side deck. How do you arrange your side decks? Is there a specific way that you do that? Do you do it per battle? Do you always have like a certain amount of side deck ready to go? I'd love to get some feedback on it. Like right now I can draw this, but I don't know what I'll get, because I got so many different things. So let's go ahead and just throw up an extra blade. One of the reasons why I got some more fire blades is that way I could double up fire blades, because that's always been a strategy of mine. Like when I run just a single class, I'll usually have like a lot of blades in my inventory, so I can stack like 3 or 4 blades. And I haven't been doing that with this guy, basically because I'm wearing gear that enhances both schools equally. So so just to give you an idea, my usual builds when I run a single school, a lot of times I really like to run with the helmet from, say, Winter Tusk, so Winter Tusk crafted helmet, because you get a blade for that, and it's a really good combination. Because I believe the more blades you have access to, the better you're going to be able to do those big punishing hits, and get out of those fights quick and fast. Now, when you don't have access to multiple blades in the same school, then it's not that it's bad or anything. It just kind of slows you down, and you can't be as effective, right? And so it finally occurred to me that if I actually use some treasure card blades, because I'm usually not a big treasure card user in my single school builds and stuff. Usually what I use treasure cards for is for shields, and yeah, that's about it. I just usually don't build that. I usually don't build that into my single guy. Shields at the most, maybe a particular utility spell if it makes sense for a particular boss fight. I've always been careful about my side decks for boss fights when I stop to think about it, but usually just running around, I generally don't pay a whole lot of attention to my side deck just in mob fights. Yeah, what I like to do, geez, -40, really? What I like to do is I like just have a quick side deck, a quick deck where I can just like throw up my AoEs and hit and move on. But when you're running a dual school, a little bit more thought has to go into, or I think a little bit more thought is worth putting into it. Like, look, these guys are just like being brutal. Wow, 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 and wow. Gosh, it sucks that we got hit with that -40, but I think this will still be enough to finish the fight. Yep. So anyways, those are just some of the thoughts that I go through when I'm trying to work with my dual school wizard, what I can pull off and what I can get done. Liking that right there. Bam. It's always nice when the pet Annie's up in a fight. Gives us a little bit of support and boost. Now, this frontier dragon that I built specifically for this wizard, it's been a pretty good dragon. I'll tell you what, a pretty good pet. I like the fact that I got a blade. A lot of times when I pick my pets, obviously you can train them for things and stuff, but I usually pick my pets for whether they can give me some good utility spells. Again, going back to my philosophy of having access to additional blades to boost my damage. That's another reason how I usually pick my pets, is I usually always pick a pet that will give me an additional blade attack. Okay, let's head on over here and let's go ahead and talk back. Let's go ahead and talk to that head again. Yeah, it's just easier to just go through the water instead of winding my way through the Tehuano spirits. There we go.
I truly could not have done that without you. I don't have any legs or body, you see.
I love the talking statue. One of the best parts of the game.
Princess Zenzen waits in the hidden sanctuary. There is a path of glowing yellow flowers that will take you to her.
Let's do that. Path of yellow glowing flowers. We've seen those. We in fact ran over those a few times. So let's go ahead and go find the Lady Zenzen. I love the way they built this forest. It's like one of my favorite forests in the game, the Cloudburst Forest. It just looks great. See, there's the glowing flowers right there. I'm going to not go through the Shadow Weavers. No, these are the glowing flowers. Those are just like feathers. Okay, glowing flowers. Oh my goodness, it's some agave leaves. Gotta love the agave leaves. Lady Zenzen.
Oh, you come from my grandfather? Oh, Mother Moon, the news is dire. We must act in his memory. I am sorry. I do not mean to fade, but I am so weak. The Shadow Weaver prowlers wounded me as I was escaping. I need your help if I am going to regain my strength. You'll need to get some poison from a Shadow Weaver prowler blade. Once you get the poison, take it to Popol Vuh White Paper in Alto Alto. He'll know how to make a healing salve.
Okay, so it looks like Lady Zenzen is not feeling good. So let's see if we can't rectify that a little bit. And let's go ahead and fight some more Shadow Weavers. It's certainly not quite the extinction fight that we did against against the rhinos back in Zafaria. Yeah, the extinction level. What was an extinction level? The mass genocide of the rhino mercenaries that we had to do back in Zafaria. Yes. But honestly, the Shadow Weaver prowlers, they don't even, I mean, they just look creepy. They're bugs. Ugh. I don't want to mess with bugs. Oh, can I get a different one? No. Man, that's like terrible options there. You know what? Forget it. Let's go. So, as you saw right there, if you have too many cards inside your side deck, you may never get the card you're really looking for. That's kind of a downside. Okay. Oh, why did I do that? Had a fire blade up. Oh, well. I don't know. It might do the job. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Didn't quite do the job. Okay. Well. Let's just go ahead and kick the stuff we're not going to use. Is that a fire pip? Oh, I haven't changed my pips. Okay. Yes. So, I haven't talked about this for a while. But school pips are something that they added into the game. Oh, a couple. I guess officially with was it Novus? It was either Novus or Lemuria is when school pips were added into the game, and basically that allows you to cast certain spells with school pips in the spells, and allows you to. I don't know. It's interesting. And it allows you to do dual school a little bit more effectively, really, or at least cast certain spells much more effectively. But it takes a lot of thinking and planning to do it, so it's not as intuitive as just going with your school and everything, but does give you some advantages to really vary your build on your wizard. And so that's one of the cool things about it. But you got to kind of think about how you're going to get your deck to go. Like right now, for instance, let's go ahead and fix our deck because we want to make sure it goes. Well, right now, it's just set straight up to fire. So I believe, okay, and I'm not sure. Like right now, we have it set to deck Archmastery School set to life. Now, I thought that you could actually go in here into different percentages of these. That's what I thought when they first rolled it out, that you would be able to do like 50% chance of getting life and a 50% chance of, say, getting fire. Let's see here. But I don't think I've ever been able to figure out how to do that. Does that make sense? Yeah. So yeah, that's obviously not going to help. Okay. But that's what I originally thought when they first rolled it out. I thought that was the way it was explained, is that you could like set different percentages. If you know how to do that, if you could leave a comment down for me, I'd appreciate that. But I thought that was the original thing. But that's where you set your deck mastery too. And again, I thought when they first rolled it out, the idea is that you could actually set multiple percentages on the different mastery orbs, so that way it's not just a straight up life mastery deck. You could also, whoa, I don't want to get caught in that. You could set it to 50% life, 50% say storm. So if you were going for a storm thing, you'd get different pips. And the idea is that those mastery pips work for casting those schools, so they act as a power pip for those schools. And that's really the whole idea when they did that. Well, besides creating spells that were specifically designed to have specific pips that you had to use, which I'll be honest with you, I was a little disappointed in the way they implemented that part of it. I get it, but I was kind of disappointed in the way they did it. I really don't like the way they started. They went back and they reconnoitered other spells to make those mastery pip type spells.
Great spirits, fly me your strength. Princess Zenzen was hurt? Let me see that blade at once.
And I'll explain to you what I mean by that.
Take this obsidian knife. It is clean, unlike the corrupted shadow blade that wounded the princess. It will draw out the poison, but you must enchant it with the element of boldness taken from the Tehuano spirits.
Of course, we got to fight something else. Excellent.
You will also need her to chew cacao beans, which you can find on the floor of Cloudburst Forest.
Okay. Well, we've got our marching orders. Let's go ahead and head down there. Yeah, so what do I mean by that? Well, okay. So when they first started pulling out these multi-pip spells, I think it was in Novus. Yeah, I think it was in Novus where we first started getting the multi-pip spells. Pretty sure, I could be wrong. Could be Lemuria, but I'm pretty sure it was Novus. Now, nothing wrong with it. I don't mind the new spells where, you got to have like a death thing for a storm spell or anything, okay? I thought it was pretty cool. Neat implementation. What I really didn't like about it is they went back to crafted spells or spell drops like from Lore Master or different things you could like go around the world and get, and they made those school pip dependent. And I'll be honest with you, I was really frustrated about that, okay? And the perfect example is Ninja Pigs, okay? So let's talk Myth. Ninja Pigs is like one of the best single hit attacks you can get for Myth, because at the time it was a good trade-off for damage per pip. It was in fact an excellent trade-off for damage per pip. It was so worth grinding. Well, you used to be able to get it off of a mob in Mushu, okay, and that's how I got it for my wizards, is I ground it and I earned it. And then, but of course, you can go ahead and farm it other ways. Anyways, it was well worth the grind. It was well worth it. It was a good reward. And if you were and obviously if you're getting it for your Myth, you can already cast it. But now you have to have Myth Mastery pips, which to me just kind of defeats the whole purpose in getting that spell. Because then you have to have your deck, you have to have your deck set to Myth Mastery as a Myth player. I thought that was a terrible decision by the devs, and honestly, I think it really just kind of ruined the whole idea behind those really awesome spells. I don't think they should have gone back there and changed those to that. And and honestly, because of the amount of mastery pips they take, they are not worth getting anymore. You're way better off just using the spells you already have in your deck. And so now a really great spell, Ninja Pigs, was totally nerfed, totally taken away from it. And I'm sure it wasn't just in the Myth. That's just the one I'm most familiar with. That particular decision totally hurt what was a great spell, a spell worth grinding for, a spell worth going after, a spell you didn't have to buy packs to get, a spell that you didn't have to do any weirdness with. You just had to put the time in to grind it, and there you go. You're set up to go ahead and do well with it. So, yep, I'm still kind of gripey about that. Okay, let's talk to Zen Zen. Okay, let's back off again. I think we've healed her now.
Chew on these cacao beans while you draw the poison out? I hope Popolvo knows what he's talking about. Wow, I feel better already. You were there when King Neza sacrificed himself to destroy the Shadow Queen? Do you think she's really gone?
No.
I don't know either. But we cannot let King Neza's death be for naught. I'm sure the Umbra Legion still searches for Mother Moon.
I'm sure they do.
I don't know if we can beat them there, but we'll try. First, can you distract some Shadow Weaver prowlers?
I think, since that seems to be like my it seems to be everything we do around. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting a little gripey about that. Okay, let's go distract some more Shadow Weaver prowlers. And we have to do 3 against that means a minimum of 2 fights. So, yeah, so that just kind of goes back to my gripe again about Azteca. I don't think it's so much that, because I love Azteca, again. I think the problem with Azteca is just the continual defeat. Now, this is present in every world, but when you have such a long series of quests, and so many of them, are you going back and hitting the same monsters over and over and over again, right? It just kind of wears out, and it just becomes a huge grind. And not that games aren't going to be grindy. I'm not about that. It's just that, the quest lines that people love, the worlds that people love most in the world, run give or take about 100 quest lines, MSQs, about 100 quests per world. And Azteca gets dumped on a lot as a grind and the place where a lot of people get tired and they stop playing. And the reason why is they feel like it's a chore that you have to do so much and you're not really making all that much progress. And people are loving the new worlds and they really love Arc 3 because one of the things that Wizard did is when they did Arc 3, which is the arc after this arc, is they realized that there was a lot of they tightened up their storyline and they brought the worlds back to give or take about 100 mainline quests per world. And that's why when you hear people talking about favorite worlds and stuff, a lot of times, Arc 3 gets a lot of love, like Mirage especially, or Polaris. Polaris and Mirage are wonderful worlds, and they get a lot of love primarily because, they're just fun. They move along quite a bit. They don't feel super grindy, and it's good times. Yeah. So there you go. That's my opinion. Take it for what will. Move on, yes or no. But 2 things they could do really, really well to improve Arc number 2 and encourage players to continue on with their experience is 1, I'm not saying they need to pull out the defeat and collects or the straight up defeat quests like these here. Just reduce them from having to knock 3 of them out to knock 2 of them out. I think that would be perfectly acceptable. Okay? And then I think it would take away part of the grindiness aspect of it. You would get through it quicker. It would reduce how many fights you would have to do by maybe not half, by 40%, I would think. And it would be so effective. Gosh, this guy. Yeah, because look at this. I'm going to have to go through this fight again. And it's not that I'm gripey about the fights in general. It's just, why can't one set of Shadow Weavers do the trick, right? Why do I have to do 3 of them? Okay? And then let's say you're unlucky, okay, and they don't drop what you need to drop, in case it's a dropping quest, right? Let's say you're unlucky and they never drop what you're looking for. Then you're in a fourth fight, or a third fight, or a fourth fight, and it just takes the grindiness to a whole nother level. They could instantly improve the player view of Azteca as well as Chrysalis just by making that slight adjustment. Big believer there. Big believer there. Big believer there. Nope. Okay. I think it would be one of those things that would just be very, very well received by the player base. Okay, enough of that. I don't know. I've been talking about that a lot as we've been working through Azteca, so thank you so much for your patience as we grind through on my little rants there and everything. Sometimes, I understand. I don't try to be right. I just have my opinions. Yeah. Very good. Okay, guys, let's go talk to Zen and get the show on the road. Very good.
Well done. I take no pleasure in their suffering, but I am thrilled by your victories. The Shadow Queen charmed many of my brethren with her magic mirrors. To free the splinter wings, we need to smash them. The mirrors, I mean. But for that, you'll have to battle some Tewano spirits to collect the teeth of the wind. Once you have the teeth, use them to smash the magic mirrors.
There you go, guys. Very good. And again, I love the quests, but my goodness, it is, how many Tewano spirits have we beaten up? We have beaten up a ton of Tewano spirits. I mean, a literal mass ton. And that's without getting into the other ones, right? And again, 3 of them. So for a solo player, that's a minimum of 2 fights. Does that really enhance the storyline? Does that really make it that much more engaging? Yeah, I think you see my point. Okay. Hey, guys, by the way, I do stream every Monday night some Wizard101. Would love you guys to hang out. Since I'm about to finish Wallaroo, I'm getting to the point where I'm going to be doing a lot of side questing with my different wizards. So, here's the idea that I'm going to start doing on my Monday night streams, is if you have a wizard that you want to do some side questing with, and you are willing to, and you want to quest along with me, just go ahead and hop into chat, let me know, and I will pick one of my wizards that happens to be in that world. That way we can both knock out some side questing together with you and me, and we'll have some fun. If we can make a side questing Wizard101 Monday night stream, I think we can have a lot of fun doing that. I'd love to play with you guys some more. And for some of you, that's good. For some of you, it's not. But yeah, so basically, if you have a wizard and you want to get some side questing done, I have a variety of wizards in different worlds on my 2 accounts, and I love getting side questing done. Side questing is a ton of fun. I usually prefer to do a lot of side questing. This is going to be this wizard that you're seeing right here. I'm specifically not doing side questing with this particular wizard just because when we decided to start this walkthrough, that was one of the rules we went with, is that we were not going to do side questing to power him up or anything like that. So we chose not to do that early. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to want to side quest some of my other wizards, right? Right. So I've got, like I said, in my first account, see, this is in my second account right here. In my first account, I've got a max level that I need to do a bunch of side quests from. I got max level balance, and I've got my max level myth, which those guys both have side quests that need to be done in Novus, in Lemuria. I think one of them all the way back to well, yeah, maybe even into Caramel. Of course, I've got my Storm guy who's in Caramel right now, and he has tons of side quests to do from a variety of different areas, so I'd like to go ahead and try to get him caught up on side quests. I've got my Ice, who is sitting now in Avalon, who I'd like to get caught up on side quests. I've got another Fire. Do I have another Fire? Yes, I got another Fire, who is sitting just past Avalon, I think, with a ton of side quests I'd like to go ahead and start working through that go all the way back to, actually, I think I have side quests with that guy that go all the way back to the first arc. So if you've got some wizards in some of those levels, I've got the wizard to side quest with you that I've got to get side quests done. So after we finish Wallaroo, that's what we're going to do. We're going to call it Side Questing Monday. So if you have a wizard and you want to team up and do some questing on Monday nights, that's what we're going to do. And I think if that goes well, we'll probably extend the stream from an hour to maybe a two-hour stream where we can just like run around and have some fun and quest along with you guys. Let me know down in the comments if that sounds like a stream that you would want to check out and have some fun with. We do the streams here on YouTube. I'm thinking about simulcasting it to Twitch as well. So as that develops and as we finish up Wallaroo with my balance, that is the direction I'm going to be taking the streams. And it might take a while for it to get going, but would love to quest along with you guys. Maybe help you guys team up with some of those side quests that have been giving you guys headaches, because I know there are some out there. I've had plenty of headaches on certain side quests. There we go. Another mirror. Let's knock it out. Bam, bam, bam. Ooh, is there still one more? Yeah, on the other side. Let's go ahead and grab that last magic mirror. Very good. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and give Lady Zenzen the good news that we have broken the magic mirrors. And what do we need to do next?
Terrific work. It will take time for the sinister magic to wear off, but the splinter wings will come to their senses. With the forces of shadow distracted, it's time to make our move. We have to try to reach the pyramid of Mother Moon before them. Because you are not of royal blood, you will need to purify yourself before you can enter the pyramid of Mother Moon. The place to do that is called the House of Flowers, a sacred spot to one of the living spirits of the world. The House of Flowers is guarded by the head of Hungry Night, the stone head next to the head of the sun. Oh, you've met already? Well, tell the head of Hungry Night, Yankashtik Tumben Chunuch. It means we seek a new beginning.
There we go, guys. But unfortunately, that's all the time we have. So next episode, let's purify ourselves. We're going to meet one of the really most interesting mobs of all. That's Tekka. Have a great day. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment. This is Kieran Ashheimer for